Maya was only 8 years old when the world she knew quietly shattered. No one outside the house knew. Not her teachers, not her neighbors, not even the friends she laughed with at school. The one person who should have protected her, her stepfather, became the source of her deepest wounds. At first, Maya didn't understand what was happening. It felt wrong, confusing, and terrifying. Shame wrapped around her like a heavy blanket. Maybe it's my fault, she thought. Children often blame themselves for things they should never carry. Maya did too. She tried to tell her mother once, but the words felt too heavy in her throat. Her mother was always tired and busy. Maya convinced herself that speaking would only make things worse. So she stayed silent. And silence slowly turned into darkness. By the time Maya became a teenager, the pain she had buried began to leak out. Anger lived inside her like a storm. She fought at school. She shouted at teachers. She pushed away anyone who tried to care. At night, Maya started going to parties. The loud music helped drown her memories. Drugs made her feel numb. Boys gave her temporary attention that felt like love for a moment, but it never lasted. Each morning she woke up feeling emptier than before. Deep down, Maya believed something terrible about herself. I'm damaged. I'm rotten. No one could really love someone like me. The scars inside her heart felt too deep to heal. One afternoon, something unexpected happened. A small group of visitors came to her school. They were preachers sharing a message of hope and grace. Maya almost skipped the assembly. She didn't care about church or religion, but she stayed. One of the speakers began talking about grace, not just the word, but the gift. About a God who sees every hidden pain, who does not reject broken people, and who does not define people by their worst moments. Sometimes people hurt others because they themselves are broken, but the brokenness done to you does not define your worth. God calls you His. Something shifted inside Maya's chest. You may feel ruined, the speaker said, but God says you are redeemable. You are loved, and you are worthy. Tears quietly ran down her face. For the first time in years, she felt seen. And giving her life to God. That day, Maya made a decision. She gave her life to God not because everything was suddenly perfect, but because for the first time she believed healing might be possible. She began reading the Bible every day. Slowly, the words started changing how she saw herself. Where she once believed she was dirty, she learned she was forgiven. Where she once believed she was worthless, she learned she was valuable. Where she once believed she was broken beyond repair, she learned that God restores what is shattered. The chains that had held Maya began to loosen. Not all at once, but day by day. One of the hardest steps came later: forgiveness. For years, Maya had carried anger toward her stepfather. The pain he caused could never be erased. Through prayer and healing, she realized forgiveness was not pretending nothing happened. It was releasing the poison that had been destroying her heart. Slowly, she let go. Maya also forgave her mother, who had once seemed distant and hopeless about her behavior. One day, her mother said with tears, "I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me the most." Maya hugged her, and for the first time in a long time, both of them began to heal. Maya's life began to change. The parties stopped. The drugs stopped. The anger softened. She started helping others, speaking to friends who are struggling and reminding them, sometimes people do destructive things because they're trying to fill a wound inside. But only God can heal the broken parts of our hearts. If you are a teenager carrying a secret pain, know this: God already sees you. He knows every tear, every fear, every wound you carry. Your scars do not cancel your worth. Your mistakes do not erase your value. Your brokenness does not disqualify you from being loved. You are worthy. You are loved. You are beautifully broken, and God can make beauty from your scars. True Quest is here to remind every teen, you are not defined by brokenness. You are beautifully broken. You can be whole again. Even 1,000,000 scars do not change whose you are. You are worthy. You are loved by God. True Quest. Every child's quest begins with truth. Boys and girls, your story is not over. Healing, hope, and a new beginning are possible.